freedom is taken. Our future is in our hand, and what we are doing today is to make sure we protect the life of our women and children. So my fellow Biafrans, in the coming weeks, I want everybody to pay attention to the updates that will be coming from our handles. The delegitimization of Nigeria within our land is taken to the next level. And there's going to be enforcement. And remember, if we do not destroy Nigeria today, Nigeria will destroy us. If we do not end the terrorist state of Nigeria, the terrorist state of Nigeria will end us. We cannot see and sit and watch a state that kills its own citizens, that have no regard to human dignity and have no regard to women and children. That kind of state is not a state anybody can support. We've seen the massacre of Biafrans, massacre of Christians, massacre of many indigenous nationalities in other parts of Nigeria. They are as human as us. They have nobody to speak for them. They have no government in exile like you do. They have no Mazi Nnamdi Kanu like you do. They have no Simon Ekpa like you do. They have no cabinet members in the government in exile. They have no de facto government in the homeland. Nobody speaks for them. Nobody fights for them. They have no liberation army. They have no resistance fighters. They have nobody to defend them. And these people are getting killed every day. We need to make Nigeria very, very uncomfortable. And believe me, the more Biafra fight Nigeria, the more we save life in other parts of the country. Especially the life of those Christians who have nobody to speak for them. We are going to draw these people to our land and neutralize them. Like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, that's exactly what we're going to do. So I want every Biafran to understand that during this 1 month lockdown of the Nigeria terrorist state institution in Biafra land, our businesses will be flourishing. People will go to work. Those that are Biafrans, if you are a business person in Biafra land, you will go to your shop, go to your market, nobody will disturb you. We will make sure that your market will be protected. We'll make sure that nobody will attack you in the market. We'll make sure that when the terrorist army and police come, we will be in the street. The first time the Biafra forces will be on the street. This is going to be this 1 month that is coming.
I think this, I would rather say, I once mentioned it. There was a time I told Nigerians that if you want us to release Nnamdi Kanu, I told the Igbos, I have an idea. Let all the Igbos do what I call national strike for 3 weeks. National strike. Wherever you are, an Igbo man, Sokoto, Kaduna, Kanu, Abuja, anywhere, don't go to shop for 3 weeks. Let us all strike. Let me see if God no go punish Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. No, this is Oga. Please let me just say my mind. We are just talking on national television. When you use a language does not mean you are abusing somebody. See, the thing is, we Nigerians, Igbos, they are intimidating us. Not that they are not intimidating us. You cannot expect the people that are intimidating to be watching like fools. They are intimidating us. I've always said it. Let us all come together. Let us just fix 3 weeks. We strike so that something should be done for Nnamdi Kanu to be released. But somebody told me it's not going to be easy. The Igbos will not cooperate. I said that is the best thing. But right now, Samuel Ekpa is bringing it. To me, I think it's a welcome idea. I will not say it's not a welcome idea. It is a welcome idea because it's high time we send a message to federal government that what they are doing, enough is enough. You cannot be delaying Nnamdi Kanu there. What is his offense? You cannot be delaying him there. So what I'm trying to say is this. It's quite unfortunate. Brother, do you know it is in this country? Let me use this language for you. It is in this country, even a drug baron, you know, there is a drug baron. Once he becomes a president, they say no, nobody should talk to him. He's a president now. But you know him then as a drug baron. So what I'm saying is this. Please, when you are addressing somebody, you don't expect me as I am to come out to talk to my president anyhow. No. But when your president is not performing his duty, You can address him anyhow, because the masses are not enjoying. It's only Nigeria. See, I keep saying it. It's only this country where you want to talk to press. You want to call your president and say, shh, shh. What? In America, nobody does that. My president is not performing. I can call him any name. To hell with you. But what do we have in Nigeria?
That's what I call democracy. That's why in a democracy system.
Africa. That's what we call it. So that's just it. Because this is the same people that are intimidating you. Now you want to, the only voice you have, which is your mouth, you know what to say something. Somebody calls it, shh. Hey, it is only in Africa that has happened. It's only in Nigeria that happens. Because I remember vividly, the last election, the one that pulled off, what's it called, this president of America, that put him off before this president one came in. People were addressing their Mr. President anyhow. Yes, they were addressing him anyhow in America. But unfortunately now, the same person that they address anyhow is still going to become the president of America now. That's life for you. So what I'm trying to say is that if you're not performing, I'm telling you what I can do to my father. If my father is a dubious man, I will stand to him, tell him to his face, okay, change your ways. For the fact you brought me to this world does not mean I cannot talk to you as a son. I will talk to him like a father. But Nigeria is where we accept anything. You dare not talk to your father anyhow. Says who? When your father is bad. When your father is very, very bad. So what I'm trying to say, please, I just want Nigerians to hear this. That this thing is a welcome idea. That's if the Igbos will all come together and accept it. I think it's a welcome idea. Let us all go out, show to the government, we are hungry, you cannot keep delaying our son there, no matter anything. In fact, he has overstayed there. I used to say something, and I swear to God I will say it to Nigerians, let them hear. If I have a backup, if I have a financial backup, I swear Nnamdi Kanu will be released. I am saying it. If I have a financial backup, from nowhere, they back me for financially. For me to release Nnamdi Kanu, blood for blood, teeth for teeth. That is it. Nnamdi Kanu will be released. But anyway, this is Nigeria. So what can we say?
So do you think that with this now, the pressure, the government will be forced, to do the needful, because they know that if the government agency in the southeast are locked, that they will lose a lot of money, for that 1 month. Do you think that, after this 1 month lockdown, do you think the government will be forced to act, or before the 1 month lockdown starts, do you think the government will be forced to act up and accept the three demands that Ekpa has put out?
Okay, let me tell you something. The government is too rich. They cannot be stealing one side money. When they are losing money from one side, does it affect them? We are too rich in this country. I keep saying it. As long as anything is coming from Igbo land, the government don't mind. And so look at just what happened of recent, the protest that just happened, where the Hausas were showing Russian flag. I wish it happened in the east. You will see how they will carry it. It's because it happened in the north. They said they arrested the tailor. Have you ever seen any person detain an Hausa man in prison? They said they arrested the tailor. If you arrested him, you release him. But if it's an Igbo man, they will cage him to die. So what am I trying to say? Anything in Igbo land, anything that concerns the Igbos, the government take it too hard. But I keep blaming the Igbos. Brother, I keep blaming them. We know our enemies, the government. Why participate in politics in the first place? That's why I blame the Igbos that participate in politics in the first place. Even for their selfish demands. I don't expect them to participate. Because these people, both Yorubas and Hausas, were their enemies. There is no friend amongst them. We are chronic enemies to the Yorubas. We are chronic enemies to the Hausas. Igbo stand alone. Even chronic enemies to the Benis. And to the Port Harcourt people, Igbo stand alone. Then why should we now be dining with our enemies? That's why I say most of the majority of the problems of the Igbos, I used to say, God bless me financially. I'm going to do something. Once I become a big boy, the only person that will benefit from my project is an Igbo man. I don't have anything with another tribe. So well, fuck you. I don't want to see you near me. I don't want to hear the language Nigeria. I don't want to hear it. That's me for you. I don't want to hear the mention of Nigeria. I don't want to hear it. The only person I know is my brother, which is the Igbo person. And that's all. What do I need to do with a Yoruba person? What do I need to do with an Hausa person? Are they my blood? Let me tell you what affected me when I was in Togo. When I was playing football, they wanted to take us to France. A man that is so close to us, Committee, that used to translate English to us. Very close. He was the same man that killed us. When we wanted to travel, you know what he told them? They picked us as the players, me and one Nigeria boy, as a player that will go to France. He told them, he said, if these boys come back from France, who are they going to play for? They are going to play for Nigeria. They are not going to play for Togo. That was how we were screened out. So my brother, to me, if I get blessed, I don't have any time with all these Yorubas or Hausas. The only person I know is my Igbo brothers. And that's the truth. I blame majority of Igbos. Thank you very much. Until next time when I come here, I remain your son only, MC Grammar. Thank you.
No, it's light. Nnamdi Kanu is light. Nnamdi Kanu is the hope of Africa. Nnamdi Kanu is the liberation Africa needs. Nnamdi Kanu is the brain that Africa is waiting for. Nnamdi Kanu is the innovation Africa is waiting for. Nnamdi Kanu is the political solution Africa is waiting for. Until Africa, the Biafra rise, he said it. He said until Biafra rise, Africa will not rise. Africa will not illuminate. He went down the memory lane to tell you the history of Africa, and at what point Africa lost its glory. That Africa has colonized India for 15,000 years, has colonized Italy, Rome for how many years before Africa loses its glory? So what he's trying to tell you is a man who is blessed with deep wisdom, Nnamdi Kanu. So all the things he's telling you, he's not telling you just for fun. Nnamdi Kanu understands so many factors. You understand some certain things. There are areas people doesn't want to look into, people don't want to listen. Those areas are the only areas that can move Nigeria from where they are to the next level. But unfortunately, because of materialism and selfish interest, Nigerian leaders and society has jettisoned what is called the simple truth. So when you see all those things backfiring, you don't need anybody to blame. If the North say they're going to remove Bola Ahmed Tinubu, let them remove him. Whichever means they use, they think they want to use to remove him. That is their business. Let them remove him. If the West is saying they don't want Tinubu again, that is their business. Whichever way they say, that's their business. If the East say they don't want Tinubu again, that's their business. Whichever way they want to use, that's their business. Because until we understand and removing Nnamdi Kanu, bringing Nnamdi Kanu back to where he is, for him to put Nigeria on the table, there will always be glamour for referendum, for constitution. Nnamdi Kanu is the only solution that can kill Nigeria or keep Nigeria alive.
Well, no, as regards but Ekpa has given federal government three demands for them to, for them not to be a month lockdown in the southeast. But Nnamdi Kanu is one of the demands that he demanded for. Do you think they will agree to Ekpa's three demands? And because the federal government might lose billions of naira if they don't listen to Ekpa's three demands that he requests for. Do you think that the federal government will be pressured to do the needful?
What someone is demanding is not perfect. Someone is demanding, not even to Nigeria. Nigeria is too small, for Simon Ekpa to be demanding. What is the demand? What Simon Ekpa is telling them that you stop killing the Biafrans, stop shooting the Easterners, stop using the security agents against the East, stop marginalization, stop destruction of Igbo properties anywhere in the world, in Nigeria. stop all this, stop this, stop the killing. Igbos have died enough. We will stand against injustice. We will stand up against you. That's what Ekpa has been doing. But in terms of bringing a nation, that will house the entire Biafran, it depends on how we are able to get the international community to buy into the concept of the restoration of Biafra. And that is where Simon Ekpa is majorly focusing at this point in time. And especially the release of Nnamdi Kanu from the Fulani, who always believe that they are something else, but they are nothing. They are zero nothing. The only thing that is powering them is the Yorubas. The Yorubas have been powering the Northerners against the Igbos for a very long time. But thank God, I think to an extent, the revelation has shown that the Igbo consciousness and the African consciousness is going to come together. The African consciousness I'm talking about is not as a name, the black man consciousness, the black consciousness, the black man's consciousness. That's what I'm talking about. Until that liberation, we begin to play it. And that's why we are putting this camera on my face today, because we need to talk to the fellow black man, especially in Nigeria. Igbos are not the problem of Nigeria. We fought a war for over 4 years and we lost over 10 million people. Yes. Colonization, Islamic agenda, Muslim ticket, so to say no to Igbo marginalization, destroy their properties. These are the things that have been lined up against Igbo. And they rose up and fought until there was a constitutional ceasefire. And today, those things are seen very clearly in the subconsciousness of Nigeria as a nation. And that is why somebody like Simon Ekpa is saying no to it and completely no to it. And so the federal government, see, they are moving towards that. You cannot stop it. It has come to a point that, that we should not be talking about the referendum again in Nigeria. What we are talking about is restoration of Biafra as a sovereign nation. Not even referendum. If they want to do constitutional referendum in Nigeria, that is their business. We are being threatened. But still, we remain the salt of this nation. What Simon Ekpa does on a daily basis, the sacrifice, without killing anybody, without arms, but they are using Boko Haram against the Igbos, they are using Fulani herdsmen against the Igbos, they are using Arab Yorubas against the Igbos, all manner of attacks. And we have set our agenda. The agenda is no longer referendum. The agenda is the restoration of Biafra. And the only thing that has absolute power to look into that direction where we are heading is the United Nations, the Commonwealth, the AU. Because we know that once Biafra rises, there will be nothing like AU, there will be nothing like ECOWAS. Another fresh block is going to come. And that is what you see when people like Nnamdi Kanu is talking about, when you see the likes of Simon Ekpa and millions of Biafran agitators all over the world. That's the direction they are going, and that's the direction they will continue to go until Nigeria realize that those who agree for Nigeria should stay one side, and those who do not agree for Nigeria should stay one side. As simple as that. For national peace and tranquility.
You mentioned 49, just recently, Ekpa declared that 50 million people have voted for a referendum in the southeast. But do you think that with 50 million, do you think that the UN will finally, adhere to, Biafran requests for freedom?
Those are the things that is being required on daily basis. Those are the opinions that is being required on daily basis. Those are the reference points. We're trying to negotiate bilateral with other countries when Biafra comes. Those are the evidence, the people need to see that actually the people want sovereignty. So doing all those things, don't look at it as something that is not realistic. It is very realistic. It's possible. It has been done. It has been tried. There's some consciousness is there. The consciousness is there. Everything has to point it towards that direction. Every big and hurry telling you that the time for Biafran restoration has come. So it's not about the 50 million there. It's just something that the world needs to look at as a reference point, to make sure that at the end of the day, Biafra is being supported by the whole world the day the sovereignty will finally arrive.
All right. I just want to say the truth to you. The truth is this. The Northerners are not planning to leave Nigeria. That's just a mere say. They are not planning to leave Nigeria. You see, this is what is happening. Majority of the young boys or the youth in Northerners, the elders in Northerners control Northerners, not the youths. So what you are hearing is from the youth of the North, but not from the elders. The elders are the one that speaks for the North. Whatever they tell them is what they do. So if they speak to the youth, calm down, the youth will calm down. So the Northerners are not planning anything. Look at the other day. Just look at what I told people. I said, remember the protest. Northerners were showing Russian flag. The same wait until next election. Not we vote for Tinubu again.